Welcome to Arcadia, Florida. Alright guys, let's go for a ride through Arcadia, Florida. Arcadia, Florida. We're gonna go where for a ride? Where? To Arcadia, Florida. Why? Not sure. Interesting fact, the first time we ever did a video in Florida for this channel was Arcadia, so kind of commemorating our YouTube channel today. Feel free to say congrats, man. Popo, dog.
And apparently Florida man.
We're not in Charlotte County though. We're in DeSoto County.
DeSoto.
Si te metes conmigo. So this is Arcadia, man.
I like Arcadia.
It's all right. Arcadia was the first place we ever did a YouTube video for this channel, and it kicked off some great stuff for us and for you guys as well.
I thought it was Immokalee.
No, it was Arcadia.
Cool.
It was the first. We labeled it like the ghettos of Arcadia, and the local people got mad. And we do not have ghettos here. We're fine people in Arcadia. Do not have just a thing. Let's label our town in this fashion. Shall not be labeled in this fashion at all. Yeah, so ever since then, that's what kicked off the channel, Arcadia. We're here doing something like getting food or I don't know what the crap. We're just on a weekend or something. We're like, hey,
we hang out in Arcadia.
We used to come over here a lot. And then we just said, hey, let's just do a drive around video and see what it does. And like, I look at it, it got views. I was like, oh snap!
Oh wow, we might want to do this.
Yeah. So this is what kicked it all off right here in Arcadia.
And we had been talking about doing it for a while. We've been talking about planning this channel for years.
Yeah, we just never got around to it. Like, I really wanted always to do this channel. I just never thought, like, we tried doing it and like, it didn't get enough following. Like, but like, we finally got to where like, we're gonna do what we want to do and just hope for the best. The fishing channel was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
But I couldn't keep up enough subscribers to make it worth it. Like, you couldn't get it to grow.
Yeah. We can maintain it, but and more so that we're down here too.
I should go fishing. I gotta get my Florida fishing license first.
Me too.
Florida. So we just went to the Chevy dealership, and they are not flexible on their prices. So we're gonna go check out the Ford dealership. I'm a Chevy guy, but I'm also a business man. It's all about that money. The money ain't right. Money ain't right. Yukon's gotta go. We're not gonna be traveling as much. Look at the wheels on that Ford.
And if we do, we probably should. It's not gonna be as far.
Yeah, we don't need a Yukon anymore. We need a work truck.
And we may still do travel.
Yeah, but the Yukon's. First of all, it's a gas hog.
Yeah.
I can't believe they were so crappy at that dealership. They didn't have a lot of inventory. What they had was, I don't like it.
They don't want to sell cars.
It's $51,000 for a new Chevy 2500. I'm like, well, they're advertised for $45 all over the internet. Can you match that? No. Ford's got advertised. I'm a Chevy guy, but a new car is a new car either way. Ford's got them advertised for like 37.
Yeah.
tus mujeres tan bellas, aunque tienen olor a Claria. Arcadia, tus mujeres huelen a Claria. Arcadia, me enamoré de tus mujeres que huelen a Claria. Arcadia, me enamoré de tus trabajos que no pagan nada. Arcadia, hay mucho aburrimiento porque no hay nada. Arcadia, tus car dealerships no tienen nada. Arcadia, tus mujeres huelen a Arcadia. So where's the Ford dealership? Back in here somewhere? Arcadia.
That's Walmart.
Tus mujeres
I see it.
huelen a Arcadia. Arcadia, tus mujeres huelen a Arcadia. Arcadia, aguacate. Arcadia, nadie se ha afeitado. Arcadia, tus mujeres huelen a... That's a much bigger dealership.
Yeah.
Aguacalao. Arcadia, aquí nadie se ha afeitado. Arcadia, tus mujeres huelen a bacalao. Arcadia, aquí nadie se ha afeitado. What's wrong? Arcadia, can you see I'm singing? Arcadia, tus mujeres huelen a bacalao. Arcadia, aquí nadie se ha afeitado. We got a lot more inventory here.
Yep.
We'll be able to work a deal out here. Arcadia, tus mujeres huelen a bacalao. Arcadia, aquí nadie se ha afeitado. So sick of love songs, so tired of tears, so tired of wishing you were still here.
Maybe I am here.
Oh, you aren't there? They got a Lexus? Something you ain't had. Let's see what this place got.
They got Lexus.
They got a work truck over there. They got Silverado.
They have something I like.
Like consigned vehicles. I had to thank God at one time. Nothing here interests me at the moment. We do have some nice trailers and stuff, but prices don't make sense to me. That's just my personal opinion, though. Not more than that. Arcadia, Florida. A mí me gusta que bailen Arcadia. You're supposed to drive at some point. Where's downtown? Am I going the wrong way? Oh, here we go.
You trying to make me drive again?
Am I driving the wrong way again? It might be.
Yeah.
Who knows? These one ways always confuse me.
Yeah. I don't really care. I'm happy.
Alright, let's take a drive through downtown to terminate this video. Can't come to Arcadia and not show their prestigious downtown. Last time I checked, they had 22 antique stores. This is the antique capital of Florida. They are closed right now because it's 5 in the afternoon.
Yes.
But if you come there on the weekends, el weekender, tú puedes tener, you know, the
Well,
ability
maybe during the day.
to come and buy antiques. So right now it's a ghost town, but this is downtown. There's enough bed bugs in this section of town to fill up a whole school bus. Think about all the bed bugs you could have. Run! A mí me gusta que baile Marieta. Si se asusta te enseña Marieta. We're here. Very slow. Looks like we're back in Alabama, don't we?
See.
We're back in Alabama. How you
No,
doing, y'all?
just
You like
okay.
some sweet tea?
Yes, I would.
Yuck too.
Yeah. I like sweet tea.
Wait a minute, this isn't Alabama. There's palm trees. They got some big old houses out here. This guy's got an El Camino. How come he gets an El Camino and I don't? It just ain't right. You might think maybe he worked for it or something.
He did.
Maybe I should get it off of him.
Maybe you should go work.
Maybe you should go work. Is that Ginger really?
No.
What's he doing in Florida? I thought he was in Georgia. Georgia, the house or something. No, it's not that one. It's one of these big ones we're selling now. You get into one of these big houses, you'll never finish.
Yeah.
It's a never-ending conundrum to buy an antique house. Look at this one right here. Now, Arcadia, its wealth was built on cattle. And most of Arcadia... Is that our car making those noises?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Not good. Do you hear that?
Yeah. The least is me.
No, the car's making some weird noises.
Yeah.
Most of Arcadia, its wealth mostly came from cattle, and most of that cattle eventually ended up going to Cuba. Cuba was never able to produce enough of its own cattle, and therefore Arcadia, for the most part, produced a lot of the cattle. Look at this one. This one's pretty cute. How much are they asking though?
It has a pool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot more than we think, right?
Yeah.
It's got a pool. It's gonna be quite a bit. I mean, the prices nowadays, just the pool alone will put us out of our price range.
Yeah.
Well, Cuba consuming a lot of beef and not being able to produce its own cattle, eventually Arcadia in this southwest part of Florida became the provider for most of... I've always liked this house. Not sure why. Cuba started to produce most of the cattle that was consumed by Arcadia. Most of it would be taken to Punta Rasa, which is now near Fort Myers, and from there they were able to ship the cattle by boats. So all this area here, this whole cattle region, produced cattle that would be shipped to Cuba, and Cuba would in turn pay for that cattle, which provided a very generous income for the vast majority of the people here, probably right up until the 1900s, where things started to change. But this area in its prosperity depended heavily on trading cattle with Cuba. They would be shipped by land from Arcadia and surrounding areas all the way to Punta Rasa near Fort Myers, where they were loaded on barges and shipped to Cuba, where there was a larger demand for their cattle. And that was the way the economy worked. Also, a lot of the tropical fruits, pineapple, and other things that Cuba produced were also quite sought after here. It meant that this area had a great economy back and forth between Cuba. Right up until the 1900s, the economy of this area prospered greatly. The decline of cattle was definitely not a good thing for this area, losing Cuba as its prime buyer. And to this date, the country of Cuba has a ban on eating cow meat, beef, which kind of makes sense if you understand that Cuba really has never been able to produce enough beef to keep up with the demand on the island. But it makes less sense when you consider that it's a oppressive government that's just trying to restrict people from doing stuff. But definitely there was an economical connection between these two places. Even during the time of the fishermen, Arcadia being further inland along the coast of southwest Florida, the fishermen were mostly Cuban fishermen. Even during the time of the English being the ones who were, in charge, even during the time of the English, it was still widely understood that a lot of English people weren't going to come to these hot, muggy places for literally anything. And that most of the people that were inhabiting Southwest Florida, even during British rule or English rule, were still Cuban fishermen along the coast. So there's been a economical and historical connection between all these places for a long time. And even during the Civil War, Cuba produced sugar and were able to smuggle quite a bit of it into the southern region of the United States. There was a U.S. naval blockade around Florida to prevent those shipments of goodies coming from Cuba to the south. However, for the most part, a lot of it made its way through. And Arcadia is in fact a real cowboy town based on its history. All right, so that right there is the history, a little bit of history from Arcadia. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video for the most part. Here we have some gang graffiti. There's a lot of gang graffiti in this town. There seems to be a lot of gangs in this town. There's a lot of different gang graffiti. There's some symbolism in this graffiti that would connect it to gangs. I'm not going to elaborate on what it is, but there's... So yeah, you'll find gang graffiti all over this area for some reason, which is kind of odd because there aren't too many gangs in Southwest Florida. But Arcadia seems to have quite a few.
To Florida 70 West, Hickory Street.
Spinning in a lorry mindset. Would like to tell you to invest your money. One of my favorite places to eat here in Arcadia is called El Charro Mexican restaurant.